building that fort. It's not fair to make us take it apart.
You're too old to play with blocks.
What do you care? They're not yours anyway.
They are. They belong to all of us.
Well, right now, they belong to me.
Block hog.
Hey, you found the old block bag.
Oh, Pat, I didn't hear you come in. Yes, well, Mary found it when she brought your grandfather's chest up from the basement. We got it out tonight for little John.
Well, how about that? Did he have fun?
Oh, indeed he did. Of course, nothing compared to your father.
Well, Da always was a block hog.
Tell me, how was Mary's first dinner party?
Except for a brief interval when Mary and I had a few words about Frank and Dee. It was terrific.
Well, I'm glad to hear it went well. And did Faith enjoy herself? And how was Jack?
Faith had a good time. She and Mary hadn't seen each other in a while, and they got caught up. And Jack, well, Jack was the Jack Finelli that Mary used to tell us about and we never got to see.
Was he now?
Yeah, relaxed and funny and tuned into everybody.
Ah, well, maybe that means that Mary's been right all along. That now that they're married, he'll trust in that and stop testing her and the rest of the world.
I liked him tonight, more than ever.
I tell you something. I'm beginning to love him a little myself.
Yeah?
That night that he got his friend, Mr. McCullough, to kill that story that Martha McKee was writing about for Frank. You know, that wasn't an easy thing for Jack to do. But he did it. He did it for Mary, and he did it for us. And he did it gracefully, without any fuss. Tell me, were you fighting with Mary over Delia?
Yeah. Mary got in an offhand shot at Dee, and I just didn't feel like being the good guest and letting it go by.
Oh, Pat.
I know. I got mad, but it didn't ruin the evening because Jack picked up the pieces and got us over it.
Oh, well, I think the time has come, you know, for us to agree that when any two members of this family are gathered together, there's going to be no discussion about Delia Reed Ryan.
Under the circumstances, Ma, that's not very realistic. Assume the absolute worst about Dee, that she voluntarily began and continued an affair with Roger and told us all a lot of lies during the process. And tell me, what's the difference between that and Frank's having an affair with Jill? Except that Frank's adultery went on for 3 years instead of a few months. And everybody loves Jill and nobody likes Roger. The big difference was that Dee forgave Frank. She swallowed her pride, and she took him back, and she tried for months to make him love her again. When the situation's reversed, he won't have anything to do with her. Now, there's nothing fair or compassionate about that. And everybody, especially Mary, defends Frank. Nobody stands up for Dee.
Except Pat Ryan.
Heavy. Whatever you're thinking. This dish was dry 5 minutes ago.
I was just thinking about your sister-in-law.
Huh? What about her?
Yeah, it's kind of interesting that Delia, little, blonde, helpless Delia, well on her way toward tearing Johnny Ryan's family apart.
Is unraveling.
This is bigger than you and I. I could lose everything. My wife and daughter.
This week, while two enemies work together to keep Todd's secret,
So we agree? You do this.
another man remembers who he is.
I am Todd.
Watch One Life to Live, weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 9 on SoapNet. Two families in turmoil.
What's the matter with you?
Will Luke finally go to rehab?
Let's go.
And
Sonny needs to pay for his arrogance. You have to hit him where it hurts.
watch General Hospital weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 10 on SoapNet.
Do you love stylish, sexy jeans? Do you love soft, comfy pajama bottoms? Now get the best of both worlds with pajama jeans, the hot new fashion sensation that fits every figure perfectly. Pajama jeans look like designer denim jeans, mock fly, front and back contrast pocket stitching, brass rivets, and smooth butt-lifting design. The pant leg flares to a stylish boot cut. The secret is the cotton spandex denim blend that stretches to fit every figure perfectly, like a sexy second skin. Only Pajama Jeans Dormasoft lining feels as soft as a baby's blanket and as comfortable as your favorite pajamas. They're so comfortable, you'll want to sleep in them. It's a struggle to fit into ordinary jeans. They're uncomfortable and leave marks on your skin, but Pajama Jeans are so lightweight and comfortable, wear them while working out. The unique fabric resists wrinkling, so they're perfect for traveling. Great with sandals or sneakers, or roll them up to a cute cuff. Best of all, Pajama Jeans fit virtually every figure, from petite to plus size. Give us your pant size and we'll recommend the perfect fit for you. Pajama Jeans are so comfortable, you'll wear them every day. Great for busy moms on the go or a quick trip to the grocery store. A good pair of jeans could cost you $80 or more, but now through this special TV offer, you'll get the designer jean fit with Pajama Jeans for just $39.95. To complete the outfit, as a bonus, we'll send you this gray crewneck t-shirt absolutely free. We know you'll love Pajama Jeans so much that we're offering a 60-day money-back guarantee. If you're not completely delighted, send it back, but keep the gray crewneck as our gift to you just for trying. Pajama Jeans with the bonus gray crewneck tee, all for just $39.95. Now enjoy chic, stylish jeans that feel as comfortable as pajamas. Call now.
To get your Pajama Jeans and free t-shirt, call 1-800-730-9306 or visit pajamajeans.com.
I'm afraid of Delia.
Yeah, I can understand that.
She isn't helpless, sweetie. She could rule the world.
When I said helpless, it was in quotes.
I spent years and years watching her get what she wanted from both my brothers. And it made me so mad, because I could never get away with any of the stuff that Delia did. Oh, I can't do this. I really don't know how. And I can't do it, but you'll do it for me, won't you? And they both would, man, every time. Even later on, when Frank was beginning to realize what she was doing to him, and he was mad all the time, he'd still take care of her, bail her out, give her what she wanted. Because, man, if he didn't, she could make life so miserable for him. I think it was easier, you know?
Well, he paid her back, though, didn't he?
You mean with Joe? Maybe, I don't know. I don't see it that way. Jill loved him and she made him happy. Frank made Jill happy. They were both better people for having loved each other. That's the way it's supposed to be, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. I know all the good things you brought me. I just haven't quite figured out what's in this for you.
Well, first thing you did for me was help me to realize that Mary isn't Frank, that Mary's future is independent of Frank and Frank's career, and that being Mary is more important than being Mary Ryan.
How about Mary Finelli?
Oh. Being Mary Finale is the most important thing of all. And then, there are all the fringe benefits.
You sure you want to finish up cleaning tonight?
No, but we should, because there's so little time in the morning.
Well, there's not much left.
Pots and pans.
Oh, they're very happy over there in their hot, soapy water.
I don't want to come home tomorrow night to a sink full of pots and pans, I tell you.
You won't. I'll do them before you go to work.
You know what? They were wrong.
Who?
All those people, all those hundreds and hundreds of people.
Which one?
Who said you can marry Jack? But he'll never turn into a husband.
Oh, I had a few doubts about it myself.
Oh. You were so good with Pat tonight. You know who you reminded me of?
No.
Da.
Well, that's interesting.
Really? When we were into fights as kids, you know, he'd always try first to distract us with a question or a joke or a story. If that didn't work, we'd get orders. The last resort was always the back of his hand.
Often?
Oh, no, hardly ever. Once in a great while, if I were in an hysterical rage, he'd clip me one just to snap me out of it.
I'll remember that.
Oh, kid hate being hit.
Yeah?
Oh, I hate it. I take it personally because we used to beat each other up so regularly.
You know, that surprises me. Tonight's the first time I ever saw you square off against another Ryan.
Listen, between the ages of 7 and 12, they called me killer, and I'm not kidding. I not only punched, I bit. Bob Reed has scars on his legs to prove it.
I'm jealous.
It was all intramural. On the streets, we closed ranks.
I believe it.
Anyway, thank you for tonight. You were terrific.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Let's have another dinner party.
Oh, that's right. I'm covered from this one.
Bet? Light.
I get it. I get it with my foot. Yep. Honey? Let's never let anything happen.
Like what?
Anything bad like Frank or Delia.
What brought this on?
I don't know.
You know, I think maybe in the back of your mind you're still worrying about Frank.
Maybe.
Remember what you said earlier, you know. Your future is independent of Frank's. What happened to him doesn't ever have to happen to you. What happened to them won't happen to us.
Promise?
Promise.
Pat, I've had enough of this now. There are one or two things we better get settled once and for all. She's my wife, and your running commentary and evaluation of our marriage is one, faulty, and two, an intrusion.
I think it feels like an intrusion because it's opposition. Everybody else in this family is just as involved as I am, only they're on your side, so that's not intrusion, that's moral support. I very much doubt if Dee feels like I'm intruding.
I'm sure she doesn't. And you're free to commiserate with her all you want. Just try to restrain yourself, will you, from sounding off about my not being fair and compassionate where Delia's concerned?
Look, somebody has got to pay attention to her, or next time she's not going to threaten, she's going to jump out of a 10th-story window.
Not as long as Pat Ryan's around to hold her hand.
Now stop it! This minute, both of you. I've had enough. Delia Ryan is turning this family upside down. I am sick to death of the arguments and the defenses and the laying of blame. Your brother is trying to say to you that Delia deserves the same forgiveness that she offered you, and another chance. And there is some truth in what he's saying. On the other hand, Patrick, you're not Delia's keeper. She's your brother's wife. And no matter what you once felt for each other, you've got to stop fighting your battles. Now, please, go back to the hospital. I've got a few things that I want to say to Frank myself.
Yeah, if it has anything to do with Delia, I'd prefer not to hear it tonight, if you don't mind, okay, Mom?
Pat, please.
Good night.
At this
this point, I don't care much whether you want to hear what I have to say or not. I have listened, and I've kept quiet, waiting for you to work this thing out. But it becomes clearer and clearer to me that there's one person in this that has no one to speak for him. Because his mother is a child and his father is too angry to use his head.
Little John.
Precisely. I don't want to hear one more word about the past. It is over and done with your mistakes with Jill and Delia's mistakes with Roger. And all the anger and the bitterness, they are over. And there's nothing at all that's as important as that little boy's hopes and promises. And that's what you should be thinking about, Frank Ryan.
Are you suggesting that I haven't thought about it? My God, I haven't thought about much else.
Well, begging your pardon, then, I have to say you haven't been thinking very clearly. Tell me, Frank, what is going to happen to the baby?
I'm trying to take it one day at a time.
That is an evasion.
No!
Well, then I have to tell you, it is not good enough. If your love for Delia is gone, and this marriage, as you say, is over with, what is your plan for your son? I want to know.
All right. I want him to stay here, where you and Da can look after him, and where I can see him every day until the election.
And then?
I want custody of him. And eventually, I want to start a new life for both of us.
Divorce. And remarriage.
Yes.
To Jillian.
That's what I want. I don't know yet if that's what I can have.
Do you really think, Frank, that Delia is simply going to hand you over that child?
No, but under the circumstances, I have a 50% chance of getting custody of him.
Of course. Which means you have a 50% chance of not getting custody, doesn't it?
Yes.
Francis, that girl is never going to give you your baby. Don't you understand that he's her lying to you and to us? And in a poor, sad way, that being a Ryan is what Delia is going to try to hang on to?
I know that.
Oh, well. So there you are. We have it now. Your son has a 50% chance of growing up in a house with no father. In the care of a girl who spends most of her waking hours waiting for someone to come around and make arrangements and take care of her. Well, putting your faith aside, and your family, I don't see how you could do it.
Well, what do you propose, then, as an alternative?
It's all
I know what you did.
been leading
Who's gonna save you?
to this week.
I don't need to be saved.
Kendall gets justice for Zach.
Answer me!
I killed your husband.
Now, can she move on? Watch All My Children, weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 8 on SoapNet.
At eHarmony, we take the world and narrow it down for you to those singles with whom you share powerful compatibility. That helps you be more selective and more in control of the possibilities. Visit eHarmony today and review your compatible matches free.
It's the gold standard in volume.
The richest look.
Voluminous Million Lashes from L'Oreal. The most luxurious volume ever. Our first millionizing brush. A multitude of bristles for a multitude of lashes. Our most refined wiper. No overload, no clumps. Discover perfect, polished volume. Beyond lush, incredibly rich. Now volume is millionized.
Millionize your lashes.
L'Oreal's Voluminous Million Lashes.
Because we're worth it.
I got troubles, love, but not today. 'Cause they're gonna wash away this old one. I'm gonna take them away.
Who's
coming and who's going, SoapNet has the status update on your favorite stars. On General Hospital, Bruce Weitz is back as gangster Anthony Zaccara.
It's some turn of events.
On The Young and the Restless, Emily O'Brien is saying goodbye to Genoa City.
Another time?
Daytime favorite Tamara Braun is Taylor on Days of Our Lives.
Okay, I'll drink to that.
And on One Life to Live, Roger Howarth is back in Landview.
I have to be with my family.
Keep up with the latest status updates on SoapNet.
Frank, if you think it through, with little John in the front of your mind, there isn't an alternative.
To what?
To ensuring that you bring up that child as your son and Orion.
By going back to Delia?
Frank, you say you have a fair chance of getting custody. But we all know what Delia is capable of. And judges are human. They make mistakes. At best, it's going to be a long, drawn-out, hysterical affair with Delia using the baby and making his life miserable because he's almost old enough now to know when terrible wrong is going on around him. And at worse, if he should lose, in whose house is he going to grow up? Roger Coleridge's? Is that what you want for little John Ryan?
No, of course not.
Frank, if you closed your mind to the idea of divorce.
That's what we're really talking about, isn't it?
And stayed away from lovely Gillian. And went back to Dee with a measure of compassion. Surely that would be the best thing for the baby.
Mom, that's wishful thinking.
Is it now?
What you really want for your grandson is a happy home with loving parents and a secure family, isn't it?
What I want is for him to grow up Orion. I want him to be part of this family with roots and continuity and a sure sense of who he is and where he comes from. Your father was sitting over here tonight playing with him. We had the old blocks out. And the thought of him sitting there gave me such pleasure because he was playing with your blocks, with your father, on the same floor that you had played so many years before. I know it sounds like a small thing, Frank, but it's the small things that make us what we are. The thought of sending that child off with that wild-eyed girl who pretends to be a mother, I mean, it's enough to make my blood run cold.
Mom, I see your point. But I do not, I cannot, and maybe I never did love Delia. So how can that be good for little John to grow up in a family where there's no love between his parents, where there's fights and anger all the time? Mom, I gotta protect little John from that, you understand? And myself.
Darling, you took a vow to honor Delia as your wife. She is your wife. There's nothing going to change that.
I cannot believe God wants me to spend the next 40 years pretending that adolescent, neurotic adolescent, is my wife in any sense of the word.
I can't pretend to have a direct revelation about what God intends for Francis Michael Ryan. But I do know a few of the rules that we should be applying to a situation like this.
I'm sorry, Mom, but I can't go on with this because we're not getting anywhere. All I can say is that what I want isn't going to change, and that's to marry Jill. And to bring up my son in a loving family with a responsible mother.
Next, spend some time in Genoa City with the Young and the Restless. Later, see who's stirring up trouble in Pine Valley on All My Children, only on SoapNet.
A cover-up is unraveling.
This is bigger than you and I. I could lose everything. My wife and daughter.
This week, while two enemies work together to keep Todd's secret.
So we agree? You do this.
Another man remembers who he is.
I am Todd.
Watch One Life to Live, weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 9 on SoapNet.
This week on All New Views, country singer Brad Paisley. Then Dr. Oz makes a house call.
Curse your lips.
And come celebrate Elizabeth's birthday. Plus, if they're in the headlines, then there'll be hot topics. This week on All New Views on ABC.
When is it okay to lose the cover-up? When you can. Take the Special K Challenge and lose an inch from your waist in 2 weeks. So lose your cover-up and show off your confidence.
Design your plan at specialk.com.
In this little jar is intense skin nourishment just for us.
L'Oreal's Age Perfect Hydra Nutrition, a nutrient complex with fortifying calcium to help fight sagging. You'll see firmer, more toned, resilient skin. Age Perfect Hydra Nutrition by L'Oreal.
In case of everyday emergencies, it's important to be prepared for dinner. That's why I prepared my Purdue Perfect Portions fresh chicken breasts. They're individually wrapped so you can cook what you need and store what you don't.
Purdue Perfect Portions, ready when you are.
People are talking about General Hospital's Sean Butler. Patricia Rich posted on Facebook, he is a good-looking bad boy with a good side. I'm really digging this one. Elizabeth Cross agrees. Oh yes, he is a sexy man. Suki Williams-Ellis adds, I trust my eyes when I look at him, and they like what they see. Judy McCoy says, good choice, GH. And Kathleen Hahn sums it up. So damn hot. People are talking about General Hospital. Weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 10 on SoapNet. We asked Bradford Anderson to name all the Spinelli nicknames he could remember. Go.
Stone Cold Mr. Serpacino-esque one, Maximista, Blonde One, Original Blonde One, Prince Pectoral, Big Daddy Stone Cold, the Goddess, the Divine One, Bad Blonde One, the Demented One, the Valkyrie, the Brusque Lady of Justice. I could be here for literally 3 days, probably.
See who Spinelli will nickname next on General Hospital. Weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 10 on SoapNet. Want more of your favorite soaps?
That's great.
Log on to abc.com/daytime. Watch current full episodes of All My Children, General Hospital, and One Life to Live.
Online critics love it.
Plus, get exclusive sneak peeks of what's coming up next.
Sounds like a thumbs up to me.
Connect with other fans to discuss what's on your mind.
I always want to hear what you have to say.
And check out the 101 galleries to get an intimate look at the history of your favorite characters.
That's the best news I've heard all day.
Find it all now at abc.com/daytime.
That's about it.
Oh, you don't have to leave quite yet. There's still a small flame.
Ah, a reprieve.
About 10 minutes worth. What are you thinking?
Oh, about the gift you gave me. The perfect weekend.
Ah.
I have a gift for you.
Oh, Seneca.
No, please don't say that you can't accept it or that I shouldn't have done or any of that nonsense. Actually, it's part of something you gave to me.
Oh, Seneca.
Yeah. It's the shell you gave me on the beach one morning.
Oh, but you went and had it mounted. It's lovely. The chain, the shell, the thought.
Will you wear it?
As a sign of friendship. And as a time that marked a beginning for both of us. Yes, I will. Thank you.
It means something else to me, you know. It means, I love you.
This is so difficult. There's not that much love in the world, you know, that one can afford to turn it aside when it's offered. And you are so dear to me, Seneca. And we have shared so many special moments together. But you have to know that I am waiting for Frank.
I can't accept that. As hard as I try, I can't see anything there for you but more disappointment.
I'm sorry. I understood you to say you'd be alone.
In Landview, rules were meant to be broken, and its residents will stop at nothing to get their way. Catch all the Landview shenanigans on an all-new episode of One Life to Live, weeknights at 9 on SoapNet.